Hey, Tim, hi, thanks for stepping in. Hi, everybody, my name's Scott Cooper. I'm part of the Catholic Charities administrative team. I'm your MC for the evening. I'm usually the guy giving the tour to new staff for the agency, so I spend a lot of time in this CC van touring around. Tim, we had to pick a few people up on our way. We'll be there in just a minute. Hang tight. I'm on my way to pick up a few of our friends, a few of the other leaders with Catholic Charities. We're going to celebrate and commemorate several other anniversaries that are important to the agency and important to the work we've been doing. Hey, Rob.
We need to get to the gala.
Yeah, we got to get to the gala. Get in. But wait a minute, where are we here? What is this?
This is Cathedral Plaza. We're celebrating our 55-year anniversary, one of the first senior housing projects we ever built in the Catholic Charities system. 150 residents, all with subsidized housing and some of the best views of Spokane Falls anywhere you'll find in downtown. You know, at Cathedral Plaza, one of the other, besides 55 years of the building, it's 30 years of senior services, housing social service coordinators, staff in the buildings, helping our senior residents, not just at Cathedral Plaza, but at O'Malley, at Fahey's, at Pioneer Square, really everywhere in the portfolio. That's a 30-year-long tradition of that precious presence of staff in our housing.
So I'd always heard, right, that we started in 1912, Catholic Social Betterment League, right? And that at one point we even had offices with the Chancery somewhere along here where the freeway is now, right? But I don't know where that is.
Well, you're right about 1912, but it was the Catholic Women's Social Betterment League.
Ah, that's very important.
The women that started it. It doesn't surprise me a bit.
Right.
Because they're the true leaders of our church in so many ways. But in 1912, they got together. The original offices were actually right under where I-90 overpass is downtown.
See, that's
we had a building on that strip of land, and that eventually moved to down where Riverfront Park is in the train yards. And I can remember Marianne Heskett about 20-something years ago tried to figure out exactly where, and it wasn't far from where the giant red wagon is in Riverfront Park.
Really?
Was where our offices were. So Scott, who's emceeing the gala? Like, are we late? What's going on here?
We're okay. I think Tim's covering for us. It's good. We got to pick a few more people up.
All right.
On our way, so we got a full carload.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
All right, we got to go pick up all of our friends first, I guess.
So we're coming up to pick somebody up pretty special here.
There's the legend.
There he is.
Hop in, buddy.
Oh boy. Well, hey Gene, thanks for joining us. Glad you could make it. We're trying to get to the gala here. Lot to see though, because we're celebrating all these anniversaries that are so important to the work of the agency.
The most important one you got to talk about first. How many years, Gene, have you been at Catholic Charities?
Right.
Yeah, getting close to 40.
Getting close to 40.
Getting close to 40.
That's legendary status right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's legendary.
Is it okay if I call you the institutional memory?
Yes.
Well, when I started, I'll admit, St. Anne's, of course, we just left the original building. St. Anne's was a care center for, medically fragile kids. And what was then Kappa was in the basement. So that was 40 years ago. I mean, Kappa started exactly 40 years ago, and I joined just about a year or so after that. And I remember walking into the basement and meeting Janet Simchuk.
Yep.
The original director.
Yeah.
And her crew. And how enthused they were and excited and everything. And then she took me upstairs and, I saw the program upstairs, the kids and all that kind of thing. The new St. Anne's is an early learning center, not medically fragile, but early learning. And guess who's in the basement?
Kappa.
Prepares, Kappa.
Kappa and Prepares.
Isn't that, I got to think, that's an incredible synchronicity. Isn't that cool?
Well, Gene, you've been here longer than anyone, I think, at Catholic Charities. What are your most fond memories of this place over your 40 years here at Catholic Charities?
Oh, I've got so many.
Other than meeting me.
Well,
Goes without
how did
saying.
you know I was going to start with that? You know, I honestly, I have so many fond memories. You know, again, you know, with all the programs we have that have matured, when you really think about it. I mean, Kappa is now 40 years old. St. Anne's, well, of course, St. Anne's precedes that. I mean, it goes back, I think, into the
1941?
40s. Yeah, exactly. And the House of Charity, St. Margaret's. I mean, what really strikes me is that all of the programs that were in place when I joined the agency are still in place.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty darn remarkable. All right, we're finally at St. Anne's, the new building. This is 20 years old, and it looks like it was built yesterday.
You won't find a single TV or video player or screen in this building. It's all curriculum-based, cognitive development, bonding and attachment, visual stimulation. Even at age 3 months, they're doing that stuff. So the original St. Margaret's Shelter actually was on the campus of Sacred Heart Medical Center, right up here in front of us. It's currently a parking lot, but it was a six-bedroom, six-family home that was part of Sacred Heart's campus. When we decided to build a new St. Margaret's Shelter, we had to bulldoze that, and they turned it into a parking lot.
So the old St. Margaret's was right here.
And Mary's house was right there.
Right. So guys, we got to get moving here. I've got one more on my list to pick up, all right? So is your seatbelts buckled?
Ready to go. Can't be late.
Let's roll.
St. Margaret's right here is our last stop, guys. We got to pick up one more person.
How many people are we going to fit in this van?
Hey!
Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
Oh my gosh, we gotta hurry up. We're gonna be late.
Well, get in!
What's been going on?
Get in! Hi, Sharon.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you all. So excited to be celebrating 25 years of St. Margaret's in our current location. It's been such a wonderful journey, from being up on McClellan Street to the build and the campaign that helped us support the brick and mortar here in Hartson. There's been such a wealth of services we've offered over time that I'm just so excited to remember as part of this celebration. We think about St. Margaret's has been an incubator for our agency.
Right.
Food for All came out of St. Margaret's. It started as a Vinegar Flats down in that area. And from that garden vision that Nadine had, it has morphed into such a robust, supportive program for our community. So not only, again, is St. Margaret's celebrating 25 years, but so is House of Charity.
Yeah.
So that capital campaign that happened back in, from 1996 to 2000 really helped to launch the build for both House of Charity and St. Margaret's.
Yep. Hey, Bishop, how you doing? Thanks for volunteering here, but we got to go. We're late for the gala.
See you at the gala. Yep, take us there, Scott.
All right, hey, don't make me turn this car around.
And he'll do it, too.
Oh my gosh. We just need to get there. We're going to be late.
I think that ship has sailed.
Oh no.
Okay, guys, I got to get in there.
Oh, okay. Scott.
What, you just going to leave us here?